Nation, welcome to the Duza Bear Digest for Saturday, August 7th, 2021. As I've said many times, these essays are editorials, and they carry with them inherent bias because of it. I've mentioned many times they're also very well researched, and I like to think well written. And while everything I stated last Sunday in my piece on pickups was factual, I'm now going to share with you a trick of editorial bias, so maybe you can learn to spot it elsewhere. Specifically, I'm referring to the statements I made that pickup drivers are the fastest growing sector of vehicular deaths in Canada, the fastest rising group needing towing and roadside assistance, the fastest rising group of divorcees and depression sufferers, and that pickup drivers account for an increasing number of heart attack victims and COVID deaths. Again, that's all 100% true, but I'll now explain why the truth, particularly when it comes to percents, should motivate you to get behind the numbers. Pickup sales have been increasing in Canada for most of this century. The overall shift of vehicle purchases has gone from manual to standard transmissions, from economy to sedan, and then to pickup trucks. And while the reasons for that shift are almost absolutely rooted in compensations for insecurity, since bigger always seems better, the only reason all of those facts are true is because the larger a sample gets, i.e. how many pickups there are, the more any trend in society will apply to that increasing sample. So yeah, if COVID deaths are on the rise, which they are again, then obviously an increase in pickup truck buyers who die from COVID will exist, particularly if there's a correlation between those who buy pickups and those who don't get fully vaccinated. And even if divorce and suicide rates remain steady, if a greater percentage of the population switches to owning pickups, then the number of pickup owners suffering each will increase. That's basic math. And kudos for you if you caught that. But news agencies have bet their survival that you didn't catch it and won't. That's why they have editors who choose the most effective trigger words they can find. That's why they make the weirdest claims and correlations. It's all to get you to react, to get you to click through the headline, to bait your eyeballs into staying on their sites for as long as you can. It's also why many less legitimate news media hire hacks prone to the most ridiculous outbursts you can imagine. You know, Andrew Coyne, Rex Murphy, Tucker Carlson, Conrad Black, because if it clicks, it hits. And while it's also true that pickups are penile compensators, a fact proven every time this skilled bear drives circles around one in a parking lot with his Toyota Echo, and not just because the sightlines on that Wagonero you're driving make the Titanic seem like a performance racer. The point is, the actual correlation between horrible things and pickups only exists because more and more people are horrible, and they're buying more pickups to demonstrate just how horrible they are. So ends the lesson. On this day in 1791, American troops destroyed the Miami town of Kennecomack near the site of present-day Logansport, Indiana, in the Northwest Indian War. This is only confusing until you learn Miami was the name of an Algonquin tribe around the Great Lakes. On this day in 1978, U.S. President Jimmy Carter declared a federal emergency at Love Canal due to toxic waste that had been disposed of negligently. Is that an STI or a STD? It's also Sandcastle Day, Mustard Day, and National Lighthouse Day. And that's today's Duza Bear Digest. See you tomorrow! Excuse me.